Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hope.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Israeli law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the...
No, and I doubt they'll get back to me before tomorrow morning. Anything else? '57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glove.
Hello again, sweetie. I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Oh, thank you, dear. I confess I am glad to see it again.
Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn of events.
Now, what else, sweetie?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks. Yes.
Life doesn't need to be a I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sentence.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring...
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already a chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, an embodiment of pure motion. A fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24, and then some. Nothing to be embarrassed about.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven. When men are...
Yes, why did you come here? It's unlikely they know anything about the murder.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. No reason to even feel bad about that. It's just the way of the animal kingdom. Yes, the terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We did.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta. This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first...
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but... the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil. Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city before they stormed. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol. Or even if instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown.
He slouches as he says that.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel.
Some manner of self-deceit is...
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. Ah, yes! King Philip III.
Oh, absolutely.
A superpower, feared and respected, decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. He's a ghost.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor. And it is well known that
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Please, officer, don't encourage him. Do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Right.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past. And
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I.
Don't you mean Frissel?
You do not speak his name, Craven.
there's something you missed.
I have really outdone myself.
Yes.
René, hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day? Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week, but that's all I know, really. No, officers, I'm sorry.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union.
He means caviar socialists.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose...
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
I'm not even anyone...
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard. Evrard Clare. Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed...
The old soldier mumbles. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties. Oh, yes. Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership.
So that's what it was before. Him hiding something. He tries to make it look like he's a big deal in the... He doesn't know anything. Because no one...
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member. I hate this socialist rabble. But even siding...
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written and I happen to have a way with words. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I don't even consider myself a regular socialist. Politics is not really something I involve myself in, officer. Officer, I have a vivid imagination. And like I said, I have a...
He just fluffs it up.
Of course. Don't sink into anything. Don't sink into any fight.
I prefer highly adaptable myself.
Mon Dieu.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this... I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
The only one you have.
The sandwich looks like a culinary wonder. Well made and abundant in comparison. In addition to the obvious slice of ham, a fat one, you notice a brim of a tomato peeking.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to this. Fuck off! It's mine!
A glimmer of respect flashes in René's eyes.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way, but...
And it's gone.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? We are a special kind.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principled approach. This right here is political.
What the hell are you talking about? What foreign...
No time to bring him in. Just keep your eyes on the prize.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even...
He won't care. As long as it's...
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism, here we come.
Now you are talking sense, son. All four of us working as a group.
I'm actually already a member in a group tasked to keep the streets safe. You are too. We call ourselves the police.
What do you mean, officer?
Agreed. What about the whole group? I propose a pair de la...
I'm sure we can come up with something with a bit more oomph than that.
It's dignified. We need dignity.
All right, all right. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, you went through all that trouble for my sandwich. I'm flattered, officer, but my answer is no. Now, how else can I help you? Sure, officer. They are the good guys around here. No.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta. Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow. The vows are blood and flesh. Lower intestine? The term is metabolic fascism, Brota. Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachel's problems? Yes, them. Women. Women. Men of war. You don't like them. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing, stomach truth. Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. Okay. Yes, that sounds much better. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. For the nation. Smart. Best not to mention the women too often.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Yes, that's exactly it. If you say so, sir. Can I help you with anything else? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. My name is Annette, sir. My mum. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with this. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these grounds are doomed for businesses. Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine danger. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. What's that mean? And everything's better now, sir? That's great, sir. More about books, maybe? It's the type of book where or there could be a story about a poor lady getting It happens. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out These are not very... Well, that's really not in romance, but I haven't read... I don't think it's a romance... Yes.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your foot?
Maybe some about other books? Oh, King, I think that's...
Seems like most people who read those books.
But it does make the fame... Why would they do that? That's so cool.
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. Oh yeah, like a horse. Oh, look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't. That's just what it's like. It ain't easy. Sure. Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost rode yourself to the grave and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that? Boo-hoo. The system is broken. The establishment is keeping me down. Look, the immigrants are cool. The immigrants play cool music. The Gart man has set himself up one of those self-replicating... That's right, 100%. Fucking G-man's got on taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol. You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it. The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Where? There? Those are old. Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it.
Whoa, what have we here? A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever...
True, they never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Ravage, the bridge is fine enough. Locals use it.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top.
Good afternoon, officers. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. Dayton, my maiden name. I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted...
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter?
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass.
Okay, if you want to get technical. The point is, we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich. Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down. Before you do, it might be pertinent to ask a few more questions. Learn whatever you can about this boat of hers.
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Officer, I assure you I'm a...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as her nonchalance.
Oh my, the E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator?
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Your synapses flesh. Yep, that's the stuff.
I assure you, they drove quite the hard bargain for this space. But you're right. I am a bourgeois woman, and this is my long, incredibly lightweight, interminably bourgeois boat. Good. What we do?
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision.
The Wild Pines Group is Jean-Baptiste, LUM.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue. 20 billion is a large number. But a conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like they started as an exploration. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. You know more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners? Who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. Good luck is only kept...
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and...
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot. In other...
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator.
No way. She's more. She can make decisions.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now. Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens, no. There have been 2.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before. And there are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yeah, every worker, a member of the...
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution. I'm not sure. Natural. And now, people are getting...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion.
This checks out.
Everard Clare is a man of the... Of course not. Everard is
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black... He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. Yes, Edgar looks exactly like it. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal, organized labor...
A mob. The Débardeurs...
Refreshingly honest. And your opinion, detective? If I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Indeed. And a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a... I'm glad you asked.
Disappeared?
Yes.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly, downright haunting. If you are... The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
'Twas stolen by some artist, surely. Best to pin the blame on them. Everyone knows you can't trust artists.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply...
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible. Trust me, officer, I am...
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still...
I'll be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete... Or you can find your badge.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket. Literally murder. Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the... Oh yeah, get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back...
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically.
You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union. Or that what I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate. Briefly.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. This reality...
Yes, reality is your side case. An experimental side case.
How truly curious. A sort of philosopher detective.
are they now?
A deep synthesis. I'll assist you however I can then.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
We're in Martinez, baby. A casual term of endearment popular among the 50-plus crowd. It's a disco holdover, pay it no heed. Martinez is a district of You would be excused for not knowing about it. Unimportant, they say. But I'm not a good This place used to be It's not really a... Yes.
Known to the early Rivers
Caillou, as you already know. Imagine a pebble. I would be happy to. What these are unimportant for the revolution. It's quite easy. Those would be... Oh.
She likes the totality of it.
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, lots of people. The real king abdicated and lived out to Yes. Him and tens of thousands. The liberals got the mineral right. Liberals, some were rich. They didn't.
We.
To foreign The liberals took the coalition. The moralists. At least not. This is.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern.
Of course.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
That's the way of history. The turn of the century, the revolution. It wasn't a who, it made people, of course.
It was a funny...
From Revachol, why? You and I, a city, the zone of modernity.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Time flies. The 20s saw a decade of the 30s.
All that untaxed income.
Yes. Welcome to reality, baby.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
They picked the winning side. That's perhaps it would... I would assign 10 of the 14 in... Good question. And I... So a quarter of you... Good hygiene. When they failed... And what is...
My position?
Understandable. They are what they... Anyway.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. It remains a mystery. What... She won't maneuver.
I am an...
She raises the corner of her mouth.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Haven't you heard? I can see you thought I'd gone extinct. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart. A real moralist. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, a fitting punishment to be when the dust settled, with due... I would not have...
She realizes her small, cold fist.
Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend our... Perhaps...
You're no dummy yourself.
A smart boy? Yes.
Seditious talk, man.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother.
A strange coldness comes over you.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the pole? Some sort of... Of course you're not my or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Oh, this one, you mostly... Splat, splat.
You could be wrong. But from here, it appears as if she's running the...
Wonderful. The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of... Yes, she prefers a fantasy world, an infracult. Young people who die... All right.
Suddenly, you're not so
And what would that be? Nothing infra. Those days along the new. It involved lots of Wasn't it Guillaume Le... Ah, yes. I can't be one... All of them. You can't get... I'm afraid... Anyway. What... Glad to have been of assistance. The little that I know. Anything else? It's quite...
Ingredient.
Meth and... Yes. After they...
Wild Pine.
We're in logistics. It's our... Yes, but...
The handoff.
Precisely.
How come...
Perhaps you've noted...
Her iris...
I'll be explicit. If we did...
We know the...
Well, No, this is 1,000.
Well,
What is that?
why I had to call East Motel?
I am sorry. How do you think that?
There was a...
With all due... Precisely. The two.
or not.
As eager as I am to... Yes? Excellent. It may come... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead. Ask me anything. Glad to have been of assistance.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in while dull orange. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say, within reason, now look at you. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Maybe you could ask her for some stock.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
I am sorry. Surprisingly eloquent, really.
Excuse me? I didn't hear...
What you meant to say.
Of course, Detective.